Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Thursday, November 4th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown. So if you are somebody that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're interested in learning more about the tool of technical analysis and charts and how they can be used to make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. Real quick before I get started, I want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering on Thursday. So if you're liking what you see as I go through the video and you want to learn more about this tool and how it can be helped used to build consistency as a trader, then definitely get signed up for the class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description box you can click on. If you're watching at my site, then there's going to be an area right on the web page here that you can click on. So just keep that in the back of your mind, and if you like what you see, then definitely get signed up. Now, before I get to the stocks here, a couple quick notes. First off, I'm doing what is known as the 30-minute time frame. So instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing maybe 1 day's worth of time, which is what you normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. Second, the market is still open for a little bit of time, so that bar right there will continue to move throughout the video, but I like to do this before the market closes because sometimes we can capture some really exciting action with breakouts or whatever. So that candle will still be moving, but as far as the overarching levels, those ones are in place now because the market will be closing here soon. But no, it's not your imagination. Those bars are still moving. But first one here, BBBY, crazy move after hours, huge gap up to think that it closed there on Tuesday and then opened all the way up there. Unfortunately, though, it got pretty rough ever since the open, what we'd call a gap and trap, and to think that there were some poor souls that were buying this morning. Hopefully those people are out by now, but if not, then yeah, they're not having a very good Wednesday. But anyways, let's get some levels mapped out here because there's a couple different interesting potential areas here from a trading standpoint. And the first is going to be, does this thing come down here and close the gap at $17? No, gaps do not have to fill. If that was the case, then that would imply that there's guarantees in the market, and there are no guarantees in the market. Now, do gaps oftentimes filled? Sure, but that doesn't mean they have to. So I'm not saying that the price is headed down to 17, but if it does, that could be a gap close reversal type area where, pulls back, finds some support, and then heads back up. Again, is that a guarantee to happen? No. But is it a valid thought process to have? Absolutely. Maybe you're thinking, no, Clay, I don't think that gap's going to close, but where could I potentially confirm that a turnaround is starting to get underway? And in my mind, the key level resistance to watch now moving forward going to be right up there at that $21 mark. Again, no guarantees, but it's plausible to think that if the price can work its way up to 21 and then get the break of it, that break could start to generate some additional and new upside buying pressure. But as of right now, yeah, the selling pressure is very clearly in the downwards direction. But, if the tide starts to turn, then I think that $21 mark, is a good area to kind of signal that potential event. Next one, AMC, and the big movement continues, although I will say that the chart's a little difficult to talk about, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these lines as they've served their purpose for now. And it's all about perspective. What do I mean by that? Well, if you are a day trader, flipper, scalper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought, this morning on the breakout, you bought right there, who knows, maybe you're buying the dip right there, and your plan was to buy and sell within, 20 minutes. Well, then from that perspective, the chart looks really bad because, very clearly the price just continued to go down. However, if you care about things from the big picture point of view, everything is still perfectly fine. You look at the lows from today, you compare that to those lows, to those lows, to those lows, and if you want to envision each of those as stair steps, what do you have? Again, emphasis on big picture, but from the big picture perspective, you still very clearly have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. So it's all a matter of, well, what was your point of view? What was your game plan going in? As long as you care about the grand scheme of it all, then the stair steps continue, the trend continues, and really the quickest and easiest way to see that the trend is in the bull's favor is to look at that purple line right there, which on my chart denotes the 50-period moving average, which as you can see here, got a nice upward slope to it. And as time goes by, that line will continue to move itself higher and higher. And as long as the price stays above that moving average, then the bulls are in full control. So again, is this a good or bad looking chart? Well, I don't know. That's all about your perspective. But one thing that is relevant to everybody is in terms of if this thing is going to get turned itself around and start to continue on with the trend and potentially put in new highs. That first key level it'll have to break now is right at the $41 mark. But all in all, higher highs and higher lows, and that's what matters most. Next one, OCGN, and I'm going to go ahead and delete these lines out of here as they've served their purpose for now. But a very big case of deja vu, and I say that because pretty much the exact same thing happened yesterday. What happened yesterday is a quick recap. Well, the price made a big move up and then just fell apart. Then you look at today. Price made a big move up all the way up there and then all of a sudden just fell apart. However, at the end of the day, as I've talked about in past videos, and same exact concept as AMC, all about perspective. People that were buying up there that wanted to buy and sell within 5 minutes, yeah, they're feeling a lot of pain right now. But from just an overarching standpoint, look at these lows. Lows there, lows there, lows there. You get the idea. Lows down there. And if you envision those as the stair steps, Well, you still have stair-steps progressing in the upward direction. So again, is this a bad or good looking chart? I don't know. What was your strategy? What was your game plan going in? And as long as the price continues to build those higher bases, then from the big picture perspective, that's what matters most. So higher bases, higher stair-steps, however you can best visualize that. As far as areas of resistance are concerned and key levels of, where there might be some selling pressure, seems to be there might be some issues right there around $14.10. And then after $14.10, next level up there, right around $15.75. But all in all, assuming you care about the grand scheme of it all, the trend continues despite these really big pullbacks. Next one, NAKD, and very nice movement here. And one of those situations where nice to see this pullback here, because if you're someone that's like, I don't know, am I chasing the price? Am I, suffering from FOMO, fear of missing out? Well, you wouldn't have to worry about that here because the price has pulled back. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't keep pulling back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, by no means are you, buying at the all-time highs or anything like that and then hoping that the momentum continues. Nope, you got yourself a pullback here. But the nice thing about this pullback is it's happening within a very nice overall bullish environment. Seen once again, I guess this is going to be the top 10 video of stair steps, it seems, because you have these higher lows, which, like I said, envision those as stair steps, and there you go. So this is all occurring. This pullback right here is occurring within an upward stair-stepping environment, and that's what you want to see. So just kind of keep that in mind from an overall context point of view. But maybe you're someone that's like, no, Clay, I don't really like to play pullbacks. I like to play breakouts and momentum, and the key, momentum and breakout point seems to be right up there at the 71 cent mark. So keep a close eye on that. But all in all, very impressive movement over the past few days. Next one, LCID. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that line there. It still does pertain, but I don't want to kind of talk about a couple of those. Let's first just get this extended out, as I've talked about this in past videos, right there around $39.75 being that overarching resistance. But before we cross too far into that area, I want to just first point out this dynamic here, which does not guarantee anything, but makes it very, very, very interesting. The fact that the price has now slowly been drifting higher and higher. Or, in trading jargon, it's given me the ability to draw that uptrending trend line right there. Now, just because it's got an uptrending trend line doesn't mean that, oh, yeah, so that means by Friday this thing's going to be at $50. I'm not saying that, but is it valid? Is it plausible to think that, you know what? I think this thing's getting ready for potentially another revisit up to that area of resistance at $39.75. Yeah, that is a more than valid thought process to be having. But really, before you put too much focus on $39.75, that first key level of resistance that'll need to be broken through right there at, whoops, I don't like that. Wasn't very straight. Let's try that again. There we go. Right there at the $38 mark. So again, yeah, $39.75 is definitely a very relevant level. My point here is that before you put too much focus on that level, let's just first see if, step one, price stays above that green line, and then step two, can the price get above 38? And if it can, then you got to like the chances that it gets up to $39.75 and then potentially even pushes through it. Next one, PTPI, and this is why I like to do these while the market is still open, because check out this current upwards recovery right now. Big movement here, and it'll be interesting to see if the price can get the breakout maybe as I talk about, via this segment here of the video. But let's just get that level mapped out right now. Key breakout area in my mind at least going to be right up there at $3.65. And if 365 can, be broken above and then maintained above, no guarantees, of course, like I've said, but you got to like the chances that it makes a very legitimate move up to $4, if not even higher than that. So we'll continue to watch that. And who knows, maybe by the time the market closed, the price has, maintained and gotten up above 365, which would be a fantastic sign. Again, not guarantee, but that would signal that, yeah, this thing seems to have a desire to make a run up to $4, if not higher. For those of you that maybe like to play pullbacks instead, key pullback level here, right there at $2.67. You can see the price bounced off that area not once, but twice right there. So that'll be another very well-defined area. But overall, these are going to be the two main dynamics. But I think the dynamic that most people are caring about is all about that resistance right there at 365. Can the price get the breakup through it? Let's see what happens. But no doubt about it, very, very nice, powerful final 30 minutes. Next one, NXTP, and let me state the obvious first. Very nice move from being down around here to all of a sudden now being all the way up there. Like I said, good, solid move. But is there any sort of true, genuine power behind this price movement? I have no idea, but by using charts and some common sense, we can make answering that question very straightforward. In my mind, it's all about $1.40. Why is $1.40 important? Well, if this is a truly strong move, then the price is going to keep on making progress. And I get it. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Of course, it's going to keep making progress. But think about it. Making progress, those are just words. But that's the powerful thing about the tool of tactical analysis. They allow you to take words and then make them very visual and, quantify them. So when I say, quote unquote, make progress, I mean $1.40. Because if the price were to come down to $1.40 behave like that, what would you still have? Well, it's been the theme of this video. You would have a set of lows right there. You would have lows there. You'd have those lows down there, and you'd have yourself stair-steps progressing in the upward direction, right? Making progress. So in my mind, quote unquote, the make progress point is all about $1.40. And as long as the price stays above there, then you got to give the bulls the benefit of the doubt that, yeah, that this movement does have some genuine power behind it. Another way you can confirm is, well, let's just see how the price behaves around these areas of resistance, namely right up there at the $1.60 mark. So if the price can get some breaks above $1.60, then you got to think that that's a sign, a leading indicator that there's some more momentum left in this thing. But we'll see how it goes. But no doubt about it, very, very nice movement today. Now moving forward, it's just all a question of, is this the start of something bigger? Is there genuine power behind it? Let's see what happens. Next one, KPTI, and just a beautiful, beautiful pattern. And this is by no means some sort of great discovery on my part. I say that because I assure you people that use charts, understand charts, are watching this pattern. And I bring that up because when people around the world are watching the same patterns, wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want. It can definitely produce some very dynamic movements. And that's what we have right here. So the pattern, let me just get it drawn into play. We have the resistance trend line right there. We have this support area of it right there. In fact, let me change that to green to represent more of the bullish dynamic of the pattern. And really to make this the easiest, let's make this all one color. So we have the resistance, we have the support, we have the momentum move right there. And for you golfers, let's make it more visual. Put the golf hole down there. This would be known as a bull pennant pattern. So bull pennant pattern here headed into Thursday. Now, just because the pattern's bullish doesn't mean that for sure guaranteed the price is going to explode upwards. But is it plausible to think that the price could find some momentum and continue on up? Yeah, it absolutely is. So, that's a more than valid thought process to have given the nature of the pattern here. But that's really the easiest way to quantify this is just 30-minute time frame, bull pennant pattern. Let's see if the breakout can get done on Thursday. Next one here, XRTX, and I'm going to keep this very short because it's the same exact premise. Very nice pattern here. A lot of people around the world watching this pattern, so not just a question of is there going to be any sort of self-fulfilling prophecies or not, but let's just get this pattern drawn up. So first, now it's not the same exact pattern, but overall basic premise of a lot of people I'm sure have taken notice of this pattern. So top part of it being right there around $4.10, support portion of it being right there. Again, let's get that changed to green. And just to keep everybody maybe on the same page from a color standpoint, we have resistance, we have support, we have the momentum move right there, we have the golf hole down there. So we have ourselves another variation here of the bull pennant pattern. So same exact thing. Just because it's bullish does not mean the price is for sure going to go upwards, but you got to like the pattern, you got to like the momentum, and the nice little consolidation here. So now it's just a question of, can this consolidation eventually lead to a breakout moving forward? Let's see what let's see what Thursday has to offer. Next one here, ticker symbol TSLA Tesla. And once again, the thing just continues to work. It's gone through a healthy consolidation, and now we're sitting right at the edge. And going back to that whole self-fulfilling prophecy angle of things, everybody is watching that level right there at 1210. You look back through the history of things, 1210 rejected the price, and then surprise, surprise, right there rejected the price. So is it guaranteed? No. Is it valid? Is it plausible that if Tesla can work its way up to 1210 and get the break up there, that's just going to produce a whole nother round of buying and momentum and shorts probably needing to cover? Yeah, that's absolutely a valid thought process to have. So don't get me wrong, if the price breaks 1210, I'm not saying it goes up to 1500, but you never know. It's Tesla, it very well could. But that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that, you know what? It's very smart to think that way because, right, it's gone through a healthy consolidation. And now to think that after the consolidation is over, if it can get that break, then yeah, it could certainly get some good, solid continuation to the upside. But more of the story here, and let me just squeeze this down. Tesla remains in just its monster upwards movement. Like I said, past couple of days has not put in any new highs, but it's consolidated and no price can go straight up. But you got to like the consolidation pattern. You got to like the fact that the price is once again knocking on the door of potentially breaking through those highs. So literally all eyes are going to be on that 1210 mark. So that wraps up the top 10. Again, if you like what you saw here and if you want to learn more about this tool, how to take it and use it, how it should be used, how it can be used, how it should not be used, but ultimately how the tool can help you build consistency, then definitely get signed up for the class. Like I said, it'll be Thursday, November 4th at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely get signed up for it. If you enjoy these top 10 videos and if you enjoy this format, then please communicate that to me by doing two easy things. Hit that like button, leave a basic comment, say hi, give me a ticker symbol that you traded today. But those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. And as long as I know people are enjoying them, then I have no problem continuing to make them because there is some time and effort that's required for these. But like I said, always looking for your feedback. So if you enjoy these, hit that like button, leave a basic comment below. And again, if you want to learn more about charts, how to use them to build consistency as a trader, then definitely get signed up for the class, and hopefully I'll see you on Thursday. But everybody, have a good one, and see you back tomorrow.